This is CBC Here and Now.
So we will have to reduce service, suspend service, and do some layoffs, obviously.
We're literally, less than a week away to running out of food.
Could this province face a major disruption in its supply? Tonight, OceanX Shipping says without a federal subsidy, it might have to shut down.
Well, Carolyn, here we are at Bowring Park. Nobody is around. The parks are abandoned because you're not allowed to be here during the pandemic. So where do you go to get fresh air? We'll have those details coming up.
Welcome to Here and Now. The province's supply chain could be in jeopardy tonight. OceanX, the company that ships about half the province's freight, says it needs financial help from the federal government to continue shipping goods to the province, or it may have to shut down. It wants the money to offset millions of dollars in losses during this pandemic. The CBC's David Cochran joins us now from Ottawa with the details. So, David, how close is OceanX to stopping operations?
Yeah, Carolyn, OceanX is in a pretty rough spot right now. It wasn't in the best of financial shape even when times were good, and all of that has just been made worse by this COVID-19 economic slump that everybody is going through. Its shipping volumes are way down. Things like automobiles and other goods that are not really essential right now, they're not carrying that, so that is absolutely flattening their revenue stream, and that is just costing them millions of dollars a week to maintain the three ships that they bring into St. John's each and every week. So I spoke with Sid Hines, the executive chairman of OceanX, earlier today to ask him just how bad this was. Here's what he said his bottom line is.
We bring about 75% of all the requirements for the Avalon Peninsula in particular. Our big customers are all the big box stores, to supermarkets, to Costco's, Walmart's, that sort of thing. And we see, we just can't continue. Basically, what's happened is it's costing us over $5 million a week to operate, and we're about $2 million short, so we can't continue to do that.
So about $2 million short of what they need just to break even. Sid Hines told me they're going to be down one boat. One of the Montreal shipments they bring in each week is going to be tied up. People are going to be laid off. And for the Halifax and the other Montreal runs to continue, they're going to need a subsidy from the federal government to cover those losses. They've been dealing with Ottawa for about 3 weeks on this. It really picked up over the weekend. I spoke with Seamus O'Regan, the Natural Resources Minister, earlier, who assures me the federal government is on it. But as of right now, Carolyn, no resolution to what Sid Hines needs.
Okay, David, so what could the fallout be if OceanX stops shipments?
Yeah, you heard some of the volumes there from Sid Hines. It's 75% of the goods that come to the Northeast Avalon where most people live. It's 50% to the island overall. Customers like Costco, Walmart, major grocery chains. So I reached out to the Premier earlier today to get a sense from him how significant this would be. Here's what Dwight Ball had to say.
Well, the potential is you look at vegetables, you look at produce, you look at protein, meats, and so on that we would have in our province. These things are not readily available unless they're brought into the province. So right now in Newfoundland and Labrador, you would have potentially up to about 5-day supply of food within the province.
So a 5-day supply of food is what's there at the best of times, counting on these shipments coming in to keep it resupplied. Obviously, if OceanX goes down, that's put in jeopardy, Carolyn. And then there's medical supplies. OceanX brings in a lot of medicine, a lot of medical equipment. So there's a real urgency now to get this sorted out.
Okay, David, thank you so much for explaining it. That's the CBC's David Cochran in Ottawa. Well, the Premier, Health Minister, and Chief Medical Officer resumed daily medical briefings today after taking a break over the Easter weekend. Dr. Janice Fitzgerald announced 2 new cases today, both in the Western region and both connected to travel. That's on top of 3 cases announced over the weekend, bringing the total to 244 cases. So what were some of the issues discussed at the briefing today? Well, the province is changing the way long-term care homes are staffed to try to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Here now's Peter Cowan joins us now live in the newsroom. So Peter, what change is being made?
Carolyn, when you look at the staff that work in these long-term care homes, in some places like St. John's, they move between different facilities in order to get enough hours of work. Well, what the health minister said today is they're stopping that. Workers will only be able to work in one facility. The idea is they want to reduce the risk that you could have workers spreading COVID-19 between these individual facilities. This will apply to personal care homes, any of the privately operated ones, but when it comes to the ones operated by the health authorities, the health minister said it shouldn't have a big impact.
Each RHA will have a different take on it, but they've known it was coming and they have been planning for it.
Other medical change today, they're expanding the number of symptoms that would qualify for you for testing. You have to have 2 of the symptoms from that list up there on the screen, but it's not for everyone. You still have to have traveled, been in contact with someone who has had a positive test, or work with vulnerable people like in the healthcare system in order to get tested. Carolyn?
Get-togethers leading into the Easter weekend. How did we do with that?
The real report card will come when we see the test results, but it's going to take at least a week for anyone who may have been infected over the weekend to start showing up in our testing numbers. So we don't really know yet how well people did with that physical distancing, but we've had anecdotal evidence that there are some people who have said, well, wait a minute, if the rules only say, you know, gatherings of 5 people or less, that means I can have 4 people over for dinner, even though the health minister, the premier, the chief medical officer of health have all said that's a bad idea. And the health minister today got a little bit frustrated.
The common sense needs to be applied to this. And just because it isn't specifically forbidden for you to do something, doesn't mean to say you should go out and do it. I mean, this is kind of a rather immature, childish way of approaching recommendations and rules. We're not doing this for the fun of it. We're trying to keep people alive here and well. Why do you feel the need to go and pick a hole in a recommendation and say, this is a way I can get around it, so to hell with you, I'm going to do it?
So even though it has been several days where the numbers of new cases have been quite low, they said today they're not even considering loosening any of the restrictions that are in place right now. If anything, they may need to put more restrictions in place, Carolyn.
Thanks, Peter. That's Here and Now's Peter Cowan reporting live. Well, some services at the health center in Bay d'Espoir have been shut down. Emergency services are no longer being offered in the community because a doctor stopped practicing there and Central Health can't find a replacement. That means patients will have to travel hours to Harbour Breton.
You're looking at, hour and a half getting there. You might be lucky if you get in to see a doctor there within a certain amount of time. You might be another hour waiting for service. And then depending on what your assessment is, then you may have to take another 2-hour drive to Central in Grand Falls to actually deal with whatever the issue may be.
Well, Health Minister John Haggie addressed that issue at the COVID-19 briefing today. He said department officials are discussing possible changes to ambulance protocol that would allow patients to go to Grand Falls Windsor. He's also working on longer-term solutions.
Obviously, we can't knit physicians at short notice. We do have some more tools in our toolbox now than we ever had, particularly with regard to virtual care, and we're seeing what we can craft there to make the residents and inhabitants of that area feel more comfortable.
Well, OPEC, the organization of the petroleum exporting countries and other oil producers, have agreed to cut production by 10%. The move aims to try to control the price crash caused by the coronavirus. The agreement was made over the weekend, with OPEC announcing it will slash production by nearly 10 million barrels a day. Newfoundland and Labrador is the 3rd largest oil producer in Canada, but production in this province was already reduced before the pandemic. The plummeting prices have already had a drastic impact on the province's finances. Today, the Premier was asked if Newfoundland and Labrador would have to reduce the amount of oil it produces.
Right now, with the discussions that we've had last week with our provincial minister and with our federal minister, that's not something. Now it's important for us that we make sure we continue to make the argument and with the federal government the important role that this energy sector, the oil and gas sector, plays within Newfoundland and Labrador, and that there will be supports that will be required to come out of this as we get through the health crisis and then deal with the economic situation within our province.
Well, it was a beautiful Easter Monday for many of us today, a day to get out of the house, to get some fresh air. But under the rules, how are people doing that? Anthony is looking into that for us.
Well, it's absolutely beautiful Easter Monday, Sunday, and we've received special permission to be here at Bowring Park, where you're not supposed to visit. All of the parks, the city of St. John's, are closed. But what a sight to be here, where normally you'd have people feeding the ducks with their kids and grandkids. Today, abandoned. And national parks, like the city parks, pretty vacant. COVID-19, there are 3 barricades on the way to Cape Spear, the easternmost point in North America, as every tourist knows. Sun splitting the rocks, nobody's here. One of the great things about Cape Spear is the fantastic view that you get of Signal Hill, another park. Let's head over there and see how that's handling COVID-19. Signal Hill, another national park that a lot of people in St. John's almost treat as a city park. Not a single car in the parking lot, although you will come across the occasional straggler who's made the hike up here. Unlike a lot of places, Quidi Vidi Lake is open and many people enjoying a nice Easter Monday here. So how are you maintaining your distance while enjoying some time?
We are basically coming down here just about every day to feed the pigeons and ducks because there's not very many people around, and we figured, you know, they're pretty hungry, as you can tell, right. And she just loves pigeons and ducks.
Okay, so when you guys are out trying to get an exercise on a beautiful day like this, how do you maintain your distance? What's the trick?
Try to avoid the most public places around, even though it's pretty difficult on a day like this when half the city's outside.
The thought of just consciously avoiding other people, it just feels so weird. But I mean, you have no choice, really. I just kind of feel rude, but like it's at the same time, that's the polite thing to do right now.
Well, Middle Cove Beach, like Cape Spear, Signal Hill, Bowring Park, all of our favorite places to visit on our spare time, now forbidden because of the pandemic, and we have to keep our distance. But let's face it, this is not going to last forever. Some of these places that we've taken for granted, we can think of as special places that we'll be able to visit again soon, someday down the road.
Thanks, Anthony. That's Here Now's Anthony Germain. And, you know, today officials said they may revisit the rules around parks as the weather gets better.
I'm not going to be fooled by the last 3 days, so I'm not convinced. We still got a lot of April to get through yet. But, you know, we'll have to look at what our situation is and make decisions based on what the epidemiology tells us at that time.
Hopefully you got out and enjoyed the weather today, because we do have our next weather maker on the way. It's a mainly rain and wind event for the island. We do have some snow in play up through Labrador. We'll have all the details coming up.
Welcome back to Here and Now. A Corner Brook man working in Alberta is having trouble getting home. Airline changes will mean he has to stay out west for now. Here and Now's Troy Turner explains.
Plane was scheduled to arrive here at Deer Lake Airport on April 1st. But when Air Canada halted service to the west coast, Steve Kennedy was stranded at his work camp north of Fort McMurray. Now he won't get home until May.
With what I do for a living, driving a motor coach, I'm responsible for every life that's behind me. If anything happens, it's on my shoulders, no one else's. So with that, you have to have deep concentration. And when things like this come into play, it can upset you quite easily. But like I say, being out here, you have to have the right mentality. If you don't, you're going to get lost.
Kenny will now be flying into St. John's. From there, he'll drive across the province and remain in self-isolation until it's time to return to Alberta 2 weeks later.
I think it'd be harder for my wife than me. I'm pretty strong when it comes to that stuff. Even though I can feel it right now. It hurts, but we're trapped.
Air Canada is scheduled to resume Deer Lake flights while Kenny is home. He realizes that could change, but is hoping he doesn't have to spend his last day driving back across the island.
I try to be optimistic. In the back of my head, I probably already accepted the reality that it may not happen, but I try to stay strong mentally. You have to. If not, it'll crush you out here.
While home, Kenny says he will hunker down in the spare room in his basement. And while he'll miss that personal contact with family, being in close proximity will be worth it. Troy Turner, CBC News, Deer Lake.
Well, I hope you got outside today to enjoy the beautiful spring weather. It is certainly feeling more and more like spring the closer we get to the end of April, I guess. But let's take a look at the current weather setup right now. Beautiful afternoon. We are starting to see some cloud cover move in, though, and that's ahead of our next weather maker that's going to move in as we head through the night tonight. And you can see that it's sitting over Ontario right now, and it's going to bring some unsettled weather with it as we head towards the morning hours. But yes, absolutely beautiful afternoon so far today. Double-digit temperatures in Corner Brook at 12 degrees, 8 in St. John's, and then Deer Lake reaching a high near 9 degrees. Happy Valley, Goose Bay, warm as well, 8 degrees for you. And Lab City, you're currently, or rather saw a high near 4 degrees earlier this afternoon. As we head through the night tonight, we will start to see those clouds on the increase, certainly bringing the potential for some showers along the southwest. And then for Lab West, this will start as snow and then quickly mix with rain as we head through the overnight tonight. And that's the story as we spread towards central and then coastal portions of the Big Land as well through the morning hours. But you can see the temperatures not really moving too much, mostly going to see temperatures dipping into the around 0-1 degree mark as we head towards eastern Newfoundland, but areas on the southwest still going to stay above zero, and that's why we're going to see that rain potential through the morning hours. Now, the other thing with this one is the winds are really going to ramp up, so gusts upwards of 120 kilometers per hour for the Wreck House area by morning, or late tonight by early morning tomorrow as well, and then up through Gross Morm, you'll see gusts near about 100 kilometers per hour. Otherwise, winds will be strong across the board, about 70 to as much as 80 kilometers per hour for most of the island. The other thing with this one is rainfall. Rainfall warnings most for the southwest. You'll see anywhere from as much as 30 to as much as 50 millimeters of rain by the time tomorrow evening rolls around. Otherwise, just looking at about 10 to 20 millimeters for areas along the Burin Peninsula as well as the southern Avalon. Otherwise, it'll just be showers for most of us, anywhere from a trace to as much as 10 millimeters of rain. So we'll time this out. This is tomorrow morning, and we'll see the heaviest rain push through. But by early afternoon, we should already start to see some breaks, certainly in the southwest, and then clearing from west to east as we head into the early evening hours. Some lingering drizzle and cloud cover continuing for portions of eastern Newfoundland, but overall those temperatures are going to be nice and warm, 7 to 9 degrees, with those winds again generally out of the south from 70 to as much as 90 kilometers per hour. Most of Wednesday looks pretty nice too. We will see the clouds on the increase though through the day. Eastern Newfoundland, you're still looking at the potential for a few showers through the day, and then our next weather maker moves in. We'll talk about that as we get a little bit closer, because there is a little bit of discrepancy in that system for sure. But overall temperatures will be sitting, again, a pretty nice day, 6 to 9 degrees. for most of us, and then going back below zero for northern areas of Labrador. So just wanted to share this photo with you from Colin Lane. It looks like a cloud from another world. Thank you for sending that in. If you have any weather photos to share with us, send them to nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Welcome back to Here and Now. On the front lines of Canada's battle against COVID-19 are healthcare workers. But few of us have been able to see their actions firsthand until now. The National got rare access to the ER and ICU at Toronto's Humber River Hospital, bringing a camera inside for a special documentary report airing tonight. Here's a preview of what co-host Adrian Arsenault witnessed as a healthcare team tries to save lives while also protecting themselves.
So in an emergency room like this one at Humber River, the word you hear a lot is fear. And it's fear for the patients who are coming in, but it's also the staff fearing for themselves.
As much as we love to help them and everything, as soon as the patients arrive, of course, safety of everybody is being compromised in here.
What kind of masks are you going to wear?
They are so afraid of not having enough personal protection equipment. So normally the personal protection equipment is kept here, the N95 masks, the gowns, some of the face shields. Obviously, it's empty here because the hospital knows they now have to treat PPE like narcotics. In other words, it has to be signed out, it has to be issued to people, only a certain number for certain number of positions. It's really difficult. And just so you know, this is an N95 mask. It's not from the hospital. This is one that's issued to me as a reporter and to Jared as a camera operator for certain hazardous environments, because there is no taking anything from a hospital like this.
Which entrance we're going in from? The decontam room.
They use a ton of PPE. They're getting code blues, for example, coming in. And they have no idea if that patient has COVID-19 or not. So they're burning through it faster than you might think when you look at the patient load here. And this is an emergency room that doesn't actually look all that busy. So why is that? In part, that's because a lot of people aren't coming to hospital, to ERs at the moment. A lot of them are afraid. Maybe there's a drop in things like car accidents. Certainly in other parts of the hospital, there aren't the elective surgeries happening. So staff are being redeployed, rooms are being refashioned. Everyone is sort of in this mode waiting. But what's heartbreaking is that even though they're so ready, there are still patients in here who are dying. They're throwing everything they have at COVID-19, and sometimes it's still winning. Adrienne Arsenault, CBC News, Toronto.
And you can see more from Adrienne Arsenault and her tour inside the ER tonight on The National at 10:30 Newfoundland time. Well, Health Canada has approved a new portable rapid test for COVID-19. It's a device that's made in Canada, and it's being called a game changer.
So the way this works is you take a swab from either the throat or the nose, you put that swab tip into this test cartridge. The test cartridge goes into the device, and then you get results in less than an hour.
Ottawa-based Spartan Bioscience says the device can process samples from 10 to 15 people per day, and shipping to the federal and provincial governments is to begin immediately. About 1,000 devices per week will be sent out, and manufacturing is expected to ramp up to about 100,000 per week in 3 or 4 months. Rural and remote areas, including Indigenous communities where testing has been logistically challenging, are expected to get it first. Well, many churches coordinated their bells to ring at 11 o'clock yesterday morning. The bells ringing out yesterday from the Anglican Cathedral in downtown St. John's. Churches across the province rang out their bells for Easter Sunday as public health restrictions forced people to celebrate from home. Well, thank you so much for spending part of your evening with us. That's it for Here and Now tonight, but the news from CVC Nova Scotia is coming up next. Good night.